The interpretation of the laws of the land is causing a dilemma regarding the importation of the animal concentrates in Uganda.
On the side of URA, we've taken some administrative measures. One, not to enforce the collection of the taxes that we had assessed, but two, to recommend for improvements in the law so that those gray areas that are not covered can be sorted out going forward.
Even after Uganda Revenue Authority reversed its earlier decision to tax animal concentrates, Parliament Committee on Trade and Industry claims the move had already been implemented and some players have fallen prey.
So I am happy that the minister has come out to tell us that yes, what Revenue Authority is doing is against the law. We don't know about it, and therefore we are going to ask Revenue Authority to tell us where this money they have been collecting is, because they had collected some money already. So want to know where exactly this money is.
Uganda Revenue Authority had intended to impose tax on imported animal concentrates, a move which contradicts the 2017 position of Parliament, which scrapped the tax on animal feeds.
Because if you look at the East African community, if you look at the law, they don't have anything like concentrates in their constitution. What they mention, they only mention about premix. And what is under premix, it has a tax exemption.
The Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, KACITA, was tasked to explain the criteria used by URA to enforce the move, which is outside the law.
However, it's an achievement that the tax on feed concentrate is going to be halted, and all the goods that had been seized will be released effective immediately. So it is an achievement, but the report must come because the report has details of the processes that were undertaken and to help us in the future in some of these taxes that are just imposed without doing impact assessments of the economy.
Minister KACITA was backed by the Acting Commissioner Tax Policy at Ministry of Finance, John Biaruhanga, who asserts that URA independently moved to tax the imported animal feeds even after being advised by the Line Ministry. Biaruhanga, however, says the exercise has since been halted.
So they did also their consultations. They even engaged the Ministry of Agriculture on the issue of concentrates and how they are used. Because we challenged them to try and understand how are concentrates used, irrespective of how they are labeled. Because it is one thing to say because it's a label and it is this, but you need also to understand how it is used. And they have even written to all the entities on whom they had imposed assessments. They have written to them to state that those assessments won't be enforced.
The Parliamentary Trade Committee is following up on a petition by Kampala City Traders Association which points out challenges faced by traders operating within the Central Business District. The Trade Committee, chaired by Mwine Mpaka, also awakened the discussion of salary enhancement, saying the recent move to increase salaries of scientists in Uganda was acted outside the law after the cabinet resolution did not go through right procedures before being put into operation.
The policy that informed the decision of finance to release money for these enhancements, a list of all the entities that have implemented this salary enhancement for scientists.
Parliament bases on the non-discrimination policies as provided by the Constitution of Uganda, hence seek explanation from the authorities.
We shall take our responsibility. Since you have addressed it to me, I will work with the Minister of Public Service to get this list of scientists.
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.